Mike in Taiwan, and today I'm going to talk about why is it that we scroll through social media and we think that people's lives are more exciting, more interesting, better overall than ours. And reality is, it's not. You know, if you really sat down and talked to other people, they probably complain to you, 10 ways to Sunday about how they hate like certain aspects of their life, but they don't want to tell you directly, right? I mean, part of it is ego, part of it is just fear, part of it is rejection. And a lot of people, they want to really have a proud face. I have a friend of mine who's his relatives are Cambodian, and whenever he goes back home, they're always like, well, why don't you make more money, and you have all this opportunity, you go back to America, blah blah blah. And why are they so proud about like what they're doing? Because really they have nothing to compare to like what he's doing, and maybe they're happy the way that they live, but we always want to just kind of one up people and say, like I'm doing better than you. And it's kind of like you guys know zombie movies where I don't really have to be fast. I just need to be faster than you. Or, there's kind of this thing about like keeping up with the Joneses, and I just have to pretend to be happy. And as long as I can keep up with you, then I can be happy too. And and it's kind of like the trick of life that only people learn when they're like in their 60s, 70s, and 80s, or like when their life is like almost over, is that like caring about what other people think and caring about what other people are doing is like such a colossal waste of time. So, now and then I would really suggest, and probably I'm going to try to start doing this too, is just turn off all the noise, just, stop paying attention to social media like once in a while. I don't want to say like go in the forest or like go in a cave or something, but maybe that's what you have to do. And maybe instead of like wasting your willpower and your motivation, maybe you just need to lock up your phone for a while. It's just kind of better for your mental and emotional health, guys. I mean, this is gonna date me like many years, but people like just didn't really like look at their cell phones and stuff. They'd like just go talk to somebody, go knock on somebody's door and like hang out with their friends or whatever it is, or like obviously like give them a call first, because most people, it's kind of weird at that time. People would really appreciate if you just like came by, because they're thinking like, wow, you're thinking of me now, right? But now, like if you just go and knock on somebody's door, like people are thinking like you're bothering me. Why? And the ironic part is that they're not really doing anything that's really moving the needle forward in their life. They're not really doing anything that's really that practical and useful. They're probably just scrolling through doom scrolling through social media and just thinking about, like I said, how other people's lives are better than theirs, right? And it's maybe this is kind of like the new normal. It's just don't bother me, because I'm bored just on my phone, and I just want to sit here and just wallow in my own like pity party and misery. So I don't know, guys. I just feel like you gotta there's like kind of like a saying here for young people is like you gotta go out there and you gotta go touch grass. If you're a little bit older, then just go call up your friends from high school, dude. Like I mean, probably I should take a little bit of my own medicine or my little advice. Like I don't know, my brother sent me like this picture of like my old high school friends, and I'm getting up there in age, and the fact that like none of them, they all hang out with the same people. They all just they kind of, I guess, look the same, but some of them got married, some of them didn't. Some of them still live at home, and I don't know why. And I'd say probably I'm maybe the second or third most independent of like all of them. By no means am I like really rich, but if I decided like one day that I just wanted to go over to Vietnam and just whatever survive, I would just do it, right? And I don't care about not having friends for a while, and just focusing on work, accumulating that money, and then just being off by myself. But like a lot of these guys, they just like go there and they just cry. And I don't want to be all doom and gloom for like whatever it is, because whatever you do with your life is really your prerogative. But all I'm saying is that you don't really need to worry about what other people are doing, especially with social media. Half of it is fake anyway. I got a monkey face. Some other person like might put a filter on, and they might totally change their gender. What you got to do is you got to focus on the things that are really important to you day by day. Just do that ikigai. Just, make yourself 1% better, and then just keep going. I'll see you guys later. Bye.